everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Heck Creatives. Today we're going over the beasts from BIONICLE Generation 2, Year 2. Quake Beast, Lava Beast, and Storm Beast from LEGO. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Lava Beast has a very interesting head. It's really well done though. I like the horns. They're very devilish and strange. The gray looks like a beard down here. It's kind of weird. I love this coloration though over here. We have some nice black going into the translucent orange. You could also take off the face by just pressing that down and it sort of falls off. This piece is fine over here. It is a recolor of the Toa head, but I wish it was in this color. That would be way better. I do like this head as a whole. What's interesting enough about it is on the back of it, there's a shadow trap, as I've included on each one of these. It's pretty cool and nice. I gave it some nice articulation points. You can swivel it here, goes up and down. You can chomp it a little bit and then swivel over here with this piece right over here, and then gets a nice pivot out of that, up and down. And then this piece, you can swivel it and pivot as well. Goes down and up very nicely. The head is really cool and awesome. I just wish this piece was a different color. Body construction is very similar to the skeleton villains with the same piece over here. And a nice looking piece over here, a little lava field with those good eyes over here, I think. And we also, for the articulation, have this going around over here. On the back, we got some spikes. It's pretty cool leading up to the head. But the construction of these shoulders is really nice. I love these pieces put together to make a cohesive shoulder. It's awesome and looks really cool. The arms in particular are excellent. I love this piece over here. It's really nice, a smoke gray kind of piece. It's wonderfully done. Symmetrical on both sides, so I'll just go over this one for the sake of brevity. The hands are really nicely done too. This isn't my design, this is LEGO's design. You swivel here and then hinge down and up, however way you want it. They do end at a 90-degree angle for both. The thumb is static, and as far as this wing piece goes, there's a gear on the back you can turn, make it flip. It's interesting, doesn't really provide that much for me, but I do like the spikes I've added through this. It's a nice touch. The legs are pretty funny. They're like a chicken, I think. I don't know why I made them that way. We do have this jiggery leg going down here, going back, which is pretty cool. It looks more like raptor-like, I think, than a chicken, I guess, by now. You do get some swivel in this friction joint, going up and down this far. This knee joint goes up and back. It kind of falls off sometimes, just be careful. Swivel, and then up and down, and then we get a swivel, and then up and down, and then toe joints going down over here really nicely, and it looks pretty cool. There is a little backing to give it some more base and heft, and it just looks nice. This figure looks really cool. I love the color scheme, and it's wonderful. Lava Beast is neat. Storm Beast is interesting and kind of weird. My least favorite beast out of the three, sadly. Pretty cool looking though mask. We get a nice little mask that you can of course take off by pressing this down, and it kind of tumbles off a little bit. It's in the sort of dark blue, metro blue, what is called, with electric kind of green over here, translucent. We also get a lot of electric green throughout the figure. As we'll see, it is a Storm Beast. It is an electric powered villain. We do have this really neat looking little chest piece and skeleton piece, of course, right over there. It looks nice on the back. We have this sort of weird armament structure we'll go over in a bit. Another sort of metro blue piece over here. We have this chomping little piece, of course, as far as the shadow trap goes on the back of the tail. Has some nice articulation moving it all the way around, mostly side to side, but it gets the job done. Now, for the function on this thing, you can move this down and it moves the arms up, and you can also puppet it left and right. It's interesting, but I don't really use it. I just like posing the figures and not really having a function. I've gone beyond that in my days, at least. I do like having the posability over functions. It is much better. It doesn't really mess with the figure that I have. The arm is fairly interesting, and down at the bottom we do have some nice electricity looking kind of hands. They can move up and down as well as the thumb, which is an improvement over Lava Beast. You do get a swivel here and then up and down, swivel here, up and down. Same thing throughout the whole part. We just have a nice shoulder that moves and pretty neat. We get this piece again in this light blue. I kind of wish it was in this color though. That'd be pretty cool. It's an okay arm, not the best. I tried to change up the legs from the Lava Beast. These are just okay though. I added 2 feet put together. I do have this going up and down on this knee joint, and that's all you get. Swivel down and up really far and down really far. Very nicely done. We also have these bigger metro blue shoulder pads, at least for the knees. And then a lot of swivel there. A lot of creaking over there. And they're older joints, they're pretty nice, but I wish I could have gotten a little bit better on this. Maybe I'll do some retooling later. That being said, I like the color scheme. It's pretty cool, but I just find that it's an interesting, weird piece. The neck is also on a sort of ball jointed piece that kind of makes it jut out a little bit and gives it a little bit more dynamic range if you want to use that. But I would just, keep him pretty static because he does fall apart and is creaky otherwise. Not a big fan of this guy that much, sorry. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Quake Beast certainly looks really cool. I am biased because purple is my favorite color, but I do find this figure has a lot of merit otherwise. The strangest thing about this figure is the face. It is in this purple color that is not seen anywhere else on the figure, not even the chest piece, which is a bunch of crystals and looks super cool, but otherwise not that great. The head, again, for the third time, can come off and go back on. We've seen this before. Same parts and everything. Yawn. He does have some pretty good articulation on the head, and it's fine. And it has a nice range going up and down. Really nicely done for that. The shadow trap is on his shoulder. On this side over here, looking pretty cool. Has some pretty good articulation for that, but it's kind of stuck compared to this other shoulder. It has a lot of stuff going on. Crystal pieces up the wazoo. And I think this might be my second favorite. Maybe even my favorite. I don't know yet. I love these pieces so much. Again, I don't know why this is purple. I really wish it was this kind of color or something else. These pieces are jutting out of the top. I don't know why they're here. I probably will remove them or something soon. But this one is the weirdest function, I think, out of all of them, and kind of makes sense for the character. You move this lever back, and it moves the arm back, but then your hand is sort of caught in between this, having to try to wedge your hand in there to get the function working, because to punch, you move the lever back towards the body. It's really weird and strange. I like this piece being this color. I do like this over here. This is a really nice piece over here. I think this is for Hero Factory or Knight's Kingdom or some kind of knight thing, I guess. The hand is similar to Storm Beast, but it's done much better. Pretty simple. You have these two joints just in opposite connection from each other, and you can get kind of a fist going on for this, and it's just okay, but it's still pretty cool with these pieces. I like them a lot. The toes are the same too. They have that same kind of wiggly motion with these things, so you can have him claw and things on his feet. He is asymmetrical. For his legs, you have this piece right over here going to this, which stops it at the top, but you can just go all the way past it on the other side. They are kind of almost digitigrade legs, similar to the other figures, but a little bit different, I would guess. He has that same bone piece we've been seeing forever on him. He is a real mishmash jumble of a figure, but I do like him a lot for the color scheme he has, the minimal amount of lime green translucent colors, and he is mostly purple, which is pretty cool. I think he's my second favorite of the beasts. He's pretty nice. I do like the articulation as far as his arms go. You can spin this thing over here, that's nice, and just bash people with this thing. He is basically a big brute with one weird little hand over here with pretty okay articulation as far as that goes. But yeah, as far as articulation for this guy, same as the others basically. It's just the same, kind of. It isn't like worse, it isn't better, it's just there, I guess. And I feel like the beasts are where the line started to go downhill. Lava Beast stands at about 8¼ inches tall or so. Storm Beast stands at about 8½ inches tall, and Quake Beast stands at around 7½ inches tall or so. But at the top of those frills in the back, maybe 9¼ inches tall or so. They look pretty good and in scale with each other, and I feel like if I had more of these, I'd like them even more. But as a group of 3, they're just okay, I guess. Overall, the beasts are where I started to see the line fall downhill. They reused a lot of pieces that could have been way better, had bodies that were really old, and I just found that a lot of the functions were kind of tacked on and strange. Lava Beast is the best of these 3, I think, looking really good with that color scheme. The orange is wonderful, the lava is really felt with the figure, and those devilish horns give it a lot of panache. I really like the legs I gave him, and a little bit of the armaments go a long way with those spikes. He looks awesome. Storm Beast is kind of lackluster, my least favorite of the 3. He just doesn't look that great. I wish his color scheme was better, had a little more electric yellow to it, and even though I added those Metro blue pieces and made him look a little better than he was before, he still is mired in a lot of that light blue that we've seen a million times before. Quake Beast looks really nice with that arm, but everything else kind of falls apart. He's a mishmash of grays and blacks that don't really let the purples and yellows shine for the figure. Don't get me wrong, he looks cool, but I find that he just has a weird jumble of color that doesn't make sense. Lose a lot of the gray, make a lot of the blacks accentuate, and lose that purple for the face and be a way better figure. I find that the beasts are kind of the downfall of Bionicle Generation 2 in a way, with the Toa being so good, these villains couldn't up to muster even against skeletons. I recommend picking up Lava Beast, then Quake Beast, but if you want him, get Storm Beast, I guess, to complete the trio, but really, you could skip these and get more skeletons, as there are even greater and better villains around the corner. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Heck Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jesseheckcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.